Hello, good people. Welcome back. Angel Boteo here with my buddy.
What's up, guys? Me, Coach Bryan, founder of BL Level Up Fitness.
And so that's what we're here to talk about today. We're talking about exercise science basics. The goal is to keep real exercise simplified. And so we're just going to have a conversation about those topics. More specifically, the topic of personal training, right? So the business of PT. So when it comes to PT, Coach Bryan, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about your PT journey. Why did you want to be a coach?
Yeah, man. So for me, I feel like ever since I was young, right? I always play sports and stuff. And yeah, man, I did boxing for a little bit when I was younger. And yeah, man, I just like helping people out, man. And before this, I worked a certain amount of jobs, you know, warehouses, fast food, and stuff like that, regular jobs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, I don't know. I just love fitness. I love helping people out. I feel like there's a lot of negative stuff right now in the
Okay.
world. Just bring that positive income or not income, but you know, like sort of support to others. Because I know, like me myself, right? I feel like I don't really have that, the way I wanted to. So I just want to be that support system to others. You know.
Okay, so you want to give back to the
Mhm.
community. It seems like you
Yeah.
you you want to do some good in
Mhm.
with what you do on a daily basis
Yeah.
for others.
Mhm.
That's what it sounds like. And,
Yeah.
and and so how'd you become a coach? Like, what process did you take?
Well, for me, man, because before I work construction, right? I work graveyard shift, night shifts, and I just came to a realization, man. I just want more out of this life,
All
you
right.
know. And so, yeah, I just started doing my research, man. I took a course. It's like a trade school. It's called National Personal Training Institute of Arizona. And yeah, man, because I wanted to work at a gym, right? Just to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to go there art green, not knowing
Mm-hmm.
nothing. And yeah, man, it taught me a lot, man. It taught me programming, nutrition, sales, all that good stuff. And yeah, man, I learned a lot from there.
Cool. And so what do you do now as a coach?
Me, man, right now I still, work at a boxing right now. I also do this on the side as well. I'm founder of BL Level Up Fitness. That's my brand, and you're trying to work it up there as well.
Okay. Nice, nice.
Hmm.
And so how long have you been a coach now?
About 7, 8 months, I'll
Seven, eight
say.
months.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for people watching this, right?
Hmm.
Men, women, young, old, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That are watching this, that are thinking about getting into the personal training business, right? Into the
Hmm.
into the fitness industry from that perspective.
Hmm.
Um, what do you know now that you wish you knew at the beginning?
Yeah. So something that I'll tell others to start out with, I say, man, don't try to sell people, but try to serve them, right?
Okay.
Um, that way, because I feel like a lot of people, man, they do a lot of stuff for the money. I feel like if you're good at something and you love doing it and actually help people out, I feel like you'll be more successful doing that than just keeping it organic.
So more along the lines of passionate,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Really enjoying what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so how has that helped you from the beginning till now?
Helped me a lot, man. It just helped me connect better with people. That transfer on building the programs for their structure, for their goals, their needs. Because you get to know them, right? I mean, that's one thing I like about this industry. It's that connection you got with
Okay.
people. Um, yeah, man, just changing lives.
All
That's
right.
the main thing. Hmm.
And so like if we simplified it a little more, what's a pro and a con that you want to share with the audience of this industry?
So, a pro, like I said, I feel like, helping people out, man, you're changing lives, you're doing something positive for the world. Um, nowadays, it's a crazy world we live in, right? A lot of stuff going on.
In any industry that you get in,
Mhm.
right? There's coaching, there's
Mhm.
development, right? There's learning. Not only learning on the job,
Mhm.
right? But someone's got to show you the ropes,
Mhm.
right? So about PT business, right? One of the things I've learned in my experience in the field, and something that I've come to really enjoy when you're talking about, being passionate about what you do.
Mhm.
Um, like I said before, I'm probably in this field, among other things that I do, almost 17 years,
Mhm.
16 years, 17 years. And I would say that what I see now, what I see today in some of the environments that I'm in,
Mhm.
is there's a disconnect between, new coaches learning the science of it, and then learning the business of it,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
And a lot of times what we forget or don't understand, or we just don't know, is you're dealing with people,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Right? You're
Yep.
working with people. And so there's other little knickknacks that we can discuss about, like the administrative side, even for you as an independent coach, right?
Mhm.
But it's relationships, right?
Yep.
Is the fact that you gotta put yourself in the shoes of that client, of that customer,
Mhm.
right? You're walking that journey with them. So the
Mhm.
biggest thing is, well, one day they're gonna go off and do their own thing.
Yep.
How best did you prepare them?
Mhm.
And so in a way we can talk about, that's one of the benefits of hiring a coach, right? Hiring a coach. If you're trying to start a fitness program, um, you don't know where to start, you have no idea where to begin, what to do, right? You go to the doctor's office, what do they say? Oh, just exercise and eat healthy. Well, I mean, what does that mean, right?
Mhm.
And so that's why we're here. This is what we do. We help provide you with a roadmap, and we want to make it super simple, so that you can actually stick with it. And so that's why basics are huge. Basics are huge, and being able to simplify, the fitness industry world, because there's a lot of myths, right?
Mhm.
There's a lot of bro science or whatever.
Yep.
Everyone's a professional apparently,
Mhm.
and you just got to look the part and say you're a coach, and people believe you, right? Like
Mhm.
it's that simple sometimes.
Yep.
And with that being said, is, well, okay, what is personal training, right? I mean, it could be one-on-one, right? It could be
Mhm.
group, it could be small group, and then obviously there's, settings where there are just a lot of people, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Like mega groups, right?
Mhm.
And so what we do is we deal more with one-on-one, small group, at the moment, even some group training, and so the benefit of hiring a coach, hiring one of us, depending on you know everybody's individual experience and specialties and expertise, is you're learning something that we've put in time and money into discovering,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
Discovering.
100%.
Um, and so in a way, well, that's kind of the feature, right? Like, hey,
Yep.
we can help you, um, with your training, whether that's in person, whether that's virtual, whether you just pick up a plan online. I mean, it can be as easy as that, but it needs to have a flow, right?
Yep.
It has to have a flow. It has to make sense in the person's mind, because, I mean, when you got started, I'm sure you had tons of questions, right?
Oh yeah.
Tons of questions,
Mhm.
and so then that's why you went into getting educated in the field,
Mhm.
so that you can have those answers and share those answers.
Yep.
And so the benefit is you guys accomplishing what it is you want to accomplish, right? If you just need to start, like, that's a huge benefit in itself as to why you want to hire a coach. We deal with program design, and one of the things we were talking about was off camera, was, well, what does that look like, right? And it's going to be different for everybody, but there are basic templates, depending on who you get certified through, where you get educated. There's templates that we use to kind of help with training variables and periodization, right?
Mhm.
And so, sticking to the topic of exercise science basics, right?
Mhm.
Real exercise, making real exercise simplified, is we forget the basics,
Yep.
right? Like, just have a basic bullet point structure, right? I call it a Christmas tree for some reason.
Mhm.
You know, is we need to give you a Christmas tree. Once you know the basics of that structure of that tree, then you can decorate it with whatever moves and exercises you want. But at least you understand now how the body moves. And what I
Mhm.
mean by that are primal movement patterns, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I talk about this all the time. Primal movement patterns. I mean, we're talking about the squat, the hinge, the lunge, rotation or twist, um, push, pull, uh, gait, right? In
Mhm.
all three planes of motion. All three
Mhm.
planes of motion, which is sagittal, frontal, and transverse. So front to back, side to side, twist, rotation,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So when you're talking about programming, these are basic movements that even a child makes.
Mhm.
And so if we all can give a baseline, teach those primal movement patterns that we tend to forget,
Mhm.
right? As we get older, we don't move in this fashion. We don't move in all those, planes of direction. And then we become sedentary, we're more rigid, more unflexible. So the idea is, okay, how do we just improve our movement? And that's why they're called primal movement patterns,
Yeah.
right? And so primal movement patterns, man, talking about that, there's a little more to it as well.
Yeah.
And this is why where once you start to decorate that structure, that Christmas tree, right?
Mhm.
Now you can get a little more creative. So, like for example, with pulls and pushes, right?
Mhm.
Oftentimes we forget that we're 3 dimensional, right? Or even
Yeah.
4 dimensional. I think someone said that before. Don't quote me on that, right? Don't fact check me, but
Mhm.
think of your bubble, think of your sphere. I can move in all kinds of directions, right?
Mhm.
I can move
Yeah.
in all kinds of directions.
Mhm.
And so um, basically, right, there's vertical, there's horizontal in your movements. But what does that look like for a squat? Like who would have thought
Mhm.
that?
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Is learn the basics, then you can get creative.
Mhm.
Understand that what you do is going to have a specific adaptation. And so if it's high reps, right, low rest, and you're trying to get big, well, guess what? That's not going to be the adaptation
Mhm.
that you're going to get from
Yeah.
that specific training because it
Mhm.
doesn't match, right? So
Mhm.
that's another benefit of working with a coach because based on your guys' goals, we can help pinpoint what direction, how to work it so that you obtain what it is you're trying to obtain, if that
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah. And one more thing to add on as well. Like you said, man, just working the simple patterns. You get that right, man. The other exercises come, right next to them, man. You can master those. Um, the squat, hinge, push, pull, all that good stuff. The more advanced stuff, man, will come easier.
Yeah.
And it just helps you not in the gym, but in life as well, man. Your grocery shopping,
Mm-hmm. Well,
your stuff like that, doing chores.
mm-hmm. Well,
It helps you move better. Your form, all that good stuff.
yeah. And so if you guys are thinking about getting into the PT world, right, fitness industry, you have some questions, want to know which direction to go, any advice you're looking for, reach out. We'll be putting together a program to help, mentor new coaches coming into the field, into the industry. So that'll be coming soon. And if any of you out there want to have a dialogue, or if you have questions, shoot them out, reach out, whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. Let's have a conversation. Let's see what we can do about your fitness and health, and definitely get you on the right path. Whether say you don't want to be a coach, you don't want to be a professional, but you're looking for some guidance, reach out. Whether you're a customer, a client, or a coach, or a new coach, we're here for you guys. Let's have that dialogue. Let's have that conversation. Reach out. And for now, guys, that's it. Take care of yourselves and Godspeed.
Oh man, you gotta take care. Quick video.
Testing, 1 2 1 2.
Yep, yep.
Edit. How many seconds? How many seconds?
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Should make it look better.
Hello, good people. Welcome back. See what I'm saying? see,
Yeah,
see what I'm
that
saying?
happens,
So
man.
on this one, I'm because it's
Okay.
early.
A con would probably be, I'll say maybe um
That's good. That's good.
man.
No, that's good. So, what do you feel that today, something that someone did for you when you started, that's still with you today?
Mm, honestly, like I said in the beginning, right? Just damn, you're gonna need to cut this part off, man. I just brain farted like
All
crazy,
right,
man.
we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, silence. Cool. So, one of the things that in 3, 2, 1. So about PT business, what
Mm-hmm.
do you got?
Yeah, man.